All right, welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. Chisaihato is, I'm starting to realize, female Matthew McConaughey.
What? What does that mean?
Chisaihato absolutely loves to say, all right.
All right. Oh, I see it now.
All right. The only difference is that Matthew McConaughey says it 3 times. All right, all right, all right.
I could, you know, do that, oh, cool, like, you know.
But everyone does the cool thing. Everyone does the brawl
Wait,
thing
hold
now.
up.
What?
Okay. Sorry,
What is it, Chisaihato? Are you telling me that there's something wrong?
I thought the audio might be too loud.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what we had it at before.
Did you change it?
How's it going?
I always keep my computer at 38.
Not yet,
Okay,
but I'm
did you change it down here?
Harley Quinn
No,
tried to slow
I've
me
never,
down.
I don't change
dropped an elevator
OBS at
on
all.
me.
Did it work?
Okay.
That should be fine.
Then I think it's probably fine.
That's probably fine.
I'll get back to you when I reach the end.
It
of the
just
trail.
feels louder in my headset.
Let us know if we fucked up.
Yeah. Let us know how atrocious this episode sounds, because we're planning on getting a mixer at some point soon, actually.
Yeah, we think,
which that will be better, but until then,
I think we're gonna put a donation incentive for it, but we're probably gonna start that later.
yeah, probably in March.
Yeah, we want to do a little bit more research first, figure out what we need, but thankfully the stream has been kind enough to be very generous, and we can now take the time to make upgrades. Who doesn't
Yeah,
love
do you guys
upgrades?
want Chisaihato, a sexy voice at the highest quality?
What the fuck?
What's happening?
Oh.
Wow, those
Riddler
blue
taking control of
skeletons
the
are
cell phone
I did not
aiming red glowing weapons at us.
I did not
It sounds like
clock
Joker's
that at
crew got
all.
their hands on weapons.
Joker's crew got their hands on
I'll calibrate
weapons.
the
Oh
cowl's
my
vision mode
god.
to isolate armed henchmen. The direct approach is
Okay.
suicide. I need to be smart.
A direct
Find different way
approach
past
at
that.
suicide. This is true. So my question for Arkham Asylum here is, these gargoyles, no offense, but what the fuck? Like,
What do you mean, what the fuck?
What do you mean? What do I mean? What the fuck? These are just these giant protruding things. Why would these be here? Whiskey 99%.
If you remember, we are tracking a guy, and we're tracking him by the alcohol that he drank. So
No,
we're
I don't remember that.
Yeah, so there was a guy who was one of the cops that betrayed everyone. The one with the freaky eye.
Did you just teabag him? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude, look at those squat muscles, though. Those quads.
Quick 100 squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good workout.
God, I'm gonna be sore later.
Batman's sore? Never. Batman's never sore.
Do you think Batman takes like time to stretch before and after being Batman?
I don't think. I think he does regular stretching throughout the week to keep himself limber. I do not think that he has a stretching routine that he goes through.
I feel like
Every
he does.
single day.
I think he does. I think he has a workout as Bruce Wayne probably, and I bet you anything Bruce Wayne does his stretches, because otherwise he would be really sad.
Well, that's one of the things that I've always wondered about in regards to.
Careful, this guy's
No,
so
he's-
gonna get alerted.
He's just gonna slide it over.
Oh, I see. Batman's not gonna be like, hey motherfucker, let me get out of this vent real fast, you know?
Personally, I think the best solution
Sleep. But then one of the things I've always wondered is Batman's workout routine. If he spends all night fighting criminals, okay, which is fine, right? And then during the day he's Bruce Wayne doing Bruce Wayne things.
When does he sleep?
Where's his the sleep thing? I'll just assume that he's one of those people who can get away with just like 4 hours of sleep every night or something.
I mean, or you can
Or he,
be
like,
like,
just catches-
he's rich enough where he can just inject himself with no sleep juice and be fine, you know?
Yeah, like whatever. But like I'm willing to say he might be one of those people who just only needs 4 hours of sleep a night, right?
Sure. One of those lucky bastards.
Yeah, because that's a real thing, right? There are some people who that guy got alerted.
Yeah, I'm a little confused. Man down. He's freaking out, but also I feel like you're taking over an asylum. I don't know. Did you expect there to never be a man down?
Well,
I guess it's fair that he's freaking out.
well, he's freaking out because it's the Batman, right?
Yeah, but come on, like if you don't want to deal with the Batman, don't commit crime. Like,
Well, that's no life to live.
yes.
Life without
What
crime?
are you talking about?
Crime is what makes
That's what everybody else does.
crime is what makes the fruit sweet.
I'm still waiting for my Ted Bundy. That being said, that guy was pretty.
You're waiting for your
shoulders-
Ted Bundy? What do you mean?
Oh, I guess you didn't. I've rewatched both of the other episodes. And last episode, I was talking about how all the villains in this are like Borderlands villains, and they're all like crazy psycho-looking motherfuckers, and none of them are actually attractive, like, you know, Ted Bundy types.
Right. There's no handsome.
There's no handsome coercive villain. They're all like, "Ooh, I shoot you now. I've got big muscles and scars on my face."
Well, henchmen, sure, but I mean, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, are you really telling me that you hired 15, hardened criminals and they're all generic scarred people instead of one Ryan Reynolds Deadpool ass motherfucker? Okay, not Deadpool, but you know what I mean? Like, there's no Ryan Reynolds, there's no hot guy, everybody else is... Look.
What do you? I mean, like,
all I want is a really, really attractive villain for you to punch in the face, I guess is what I'm saying.
I mean, I don't think Harvey's unattractive.
Two-Face?
Yeah.
Well, that's his whole thing, right? Is he was attractive when he was a good guy, but the minute he became a bad guy, half his face got burned off. Bad guys are usually pretty ugly unless they're girls, and then they're really cute.
Yeah, but that's more of a problem with the way people just make art in general, right? Like we were just talking about that, like how all the Blood Moon skins in League of Legends.
How I was tracking
Yeah, all the guys have the mask.
Yeah, besides Callista, everyone's got like all the females are like either like the half mask or the mask to the side. You can always see their face.
That does not look like a good way to die.
And then if you're a dude, your mask is like full on. Even Pike has like a head wrap and then a mask, and all you can see are his
teeth
eyes
sticking out and stuff.
Well, those aren't his teeth. That's part of the
mask.
The mask,
yeah. But the mask is teethy, whereas the girls' masks are all sleek and not on their face.
Yes, it is I, Edward Nigma,
Edward.
the Riddler.
Oh.
Yes, this is the Riddler. Well, let's listen to this.
His name is Enigma.
It's Edward Nigma. Edward Enigma.
You complete a series of amusingly taxing challenges.
I remember this from the game. I remember having a bunch of periods where you would like just end up in a room and just be walking around listening to dialogue for a little bit, which was a super not fun way to tell the story. Like,
I like, don't cut yourself on this sharply observed portrait.
It's probably a picture in this room or something.
Don't cut yourself on this hot nude of me,
No, I think it's...
The Riddler's just like, I placed several of my nudes throughout the building.
Damn
if
it.
you can find them all, you can have me all night long, baby.
Don't cut yourself.
It's right here, I'm pretty sure. No, damn, I pressed the wrong button again. I'm sorry.
Don't cut yourself on the sharply observed portrait. So what does he want us to?
He wants us to
portrait?
scan a portrait, like this one.
So you did it. Well done.
Apparently there's something here, but I didn't pick up on it.
The world's greatest detective.
Well, that is true.
Is Batman even considered a PI? Is Batman even on,
so I
first of all, Hercule Poirot.
So I was okay. First of all, Hercule Poirot has never got a degree in criminology and therefore is a fraud.
A puzzle has many sides, but only some.
Don't actually think that's true.
I don't know if it's true.
I'm pretty sure he does have a degree in
I was just saying that it's a joke. Although I don't know if that's true either. By the way,
he was in the police force in Belgium.
Right, but that doesn't mean you have a degree in criminology.
You know what? I will research this, but continue with your point.
Hold on, armor upgrade, inverted takedown. Yes, definitely this.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just think it's funny. It says Wayne Tech at the top. I just love that.
Is that funny? That Batman's Bruce Wayne?
No, it's funny.
Is it funny that Thomas Wayne died?
Walking in, telling everyone
was killed in an alleyway by Joe Chill? This is funny to you?
By Joe Chill.
That's what his name was.
His name is
the guy who
Joe
killed
Chill.
Thomas Wayne. His name is Joe Chill.
Joe need to chill, man.
Never stood a chance.
Well, that's what we're all saying.
Thought he was.
Oh, in this
Then I saw
game, do you get to
Harley
actually be
She was
Bruce Wayne
surrounded by
ever, or
Dark
are you
Gate
always
prisoners.
Batman?
They were just
You have to play it and find out. This is a classic Chisaihato
no
move, by
choice.
the way.
I got him here, locked the door.
Chisaihato literally cannot afford, like, she cannot
something with
wait
them.
to find out the answers.
I
This, like, literally last night, we're watching The Dark Knight, and she keeps asking questions. And I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything because every single one of her questions, I was like, if you just watch the movie,
look after
turns
Maria.
out you might get an answer.
you know what it is.
So weird about how if you actually get into the content, you could get answers about the content.
I am basically the opposite
hello.
of your average spoiler hating person. I love when people. I like knowing exactly what I'm going into when I watch content, which is why I'm able to watch things over and over again, because somehow it's more enjoyable to me when I know what's happening, and I know what's going on, and I can't entirely explain it. But you know what this reminds me of? Sorry, we're walking through like a changing rooms for girls and guys or whatever. Do you remember when we went to, was it Westfield Mall in SF the other day, and there was this bathroom that was just this open?
Yeah.
Oh, it was freaky. There's the bathroom in San Francisco Westfield Mall, where the opening was just it was just, there was two sides. It was one giant bathroom, and it was separated by the sinks with no partition, and then one side was the girls and one side was the guys, and I took one look at it and was like, I am not going in there. Like, I don't know, man. I don't. If there's any one thing that I'm not okay with, it's an open scheme of a bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, when it comes to bathrooms, I better be in my own little private room, far away from any other person.
It was a little uncomfortable for sure.
It was super.
It was a little uncomfortable.
I didn't look into it that thoroughly. Did the guys have urinals just open?
Oh, yeah, no, like, I mean, like, the part where you go to the bathroom is private. Like, no one from the other side.
I know that. It was just the fact that the bathroom was so open.
Urinals are almost always public. Like, they don't put stalls around the urinals. It's just a bunch of urinals together.
That's true. Did you know that, well, that freaks me out, but I don't have a penis, so I don't really understand.
I mean, you know. No one, there's etiquette about that.
Right. I remember you're definitely not supposed to look at somebody's penis.
Well,
you're not supposed to be like, hey, man, nice.
Of course.
Got that big ass wiener,
but I mean,
bro.
that does inevitably happen. Oh wait, this is not.
That inevitably happens.
I mean, sometimes, like, I don't know, like, sometimes you just, like...
Sometimes you glance over and you admire the ween.
No, you just turn around and, like, you weren't as fast putting your dick away as you thought you were. Like, you thought you were at that one time for some reason.
Oh my god.
You know, and not that that's happened to me, but it's happened to... It's happened a couple times where, like, some dude will turn around. But Frank Bowles betrayed you all.
He did.
He was no longer needed.
This voice of Batman is my favorite voice of Batman. This is Kevin Conroy.
You and your men are safer here.
He does the best job, I think.
Yes, I agree. I think that, okay, as amazing as The Dark Knight was, we were watching it last night, I do gotta say, not a huge fan of, I'm Batman, you know, like...
Well, it's funny because I think that's part of the point. Is that, like, it's like, because they don't show Batman doing, like, crazy, like, flashy. I mean, obviously, yeah, he's fighting, like, you know, 1 to 10 people at a time, right? Which is obviously flashy, but, like, but he's not, like, you know, there's no, like, crazy cool suit combos or whatever. Like when Iron Man fights, right? There's always this, like, he's like launching himself and punching using thrusters and like dodging using thrusters, like all that bullshit, right? This is literally just a dude in a cape, right? Like, and the Dark Knight wants Batman. And the Dark Knight wants to make sure you understand at every point in the process. This is just a dude in a cape, like, you know.
I guess that's true.
Don't.
It's the voice that. Wow, that is a creepy old style wheelchair in the corner there.
Yes.
I am pretty psyched. Okay, so is this an alternative building? So is the asylum
This
an
whole
area?
the asylum is this whole thing. This is
Oh, is it an island?
yeah, we're on an island.
Where are you?
I'm
Oh,
outside the Arkham
Yeah,
mansion.
so this is the mansion. This is where the
Harley Quinn
Arkham
probably
family would
triggered the
live.
alarm. If she's still got Gordon with her, he could get hurt.
Okay, done. The Batmobile is still parked up outside the
Poor
intensive
Gordon,
treatment
man.
building in Arkham North.
imagine being like some
Schematics for
police
the entire
commissioner
island.
and
I've marked
like
key
of a
locations like your
shit
car.
high, you know,
Thanks,
criminal area, and you're just kind of like, all I want is for people to not go crazy, and then there's the Joker, and you're just like, God, like, stop, stop it, just all let us live in peace, please. It's bad enough with your average criminal. I don't need psychos.
Okay, I think we're supposed to go through here, but
Intensive treatment. Arkham North, Arkham East.
yeah, so there's different parts of the island. So this is the penitentiary, this is where the cells are, this is the medical facility.
Arkham
This is the
West.
mansion. Notice how the mansion is bigger than both the medical facility and penitentiary. The botanical gardens, and of course, intensive treatment.
Which is where we were.
So yeah, no, we came for the penitentiary.
Okay.
Okay, we came for the penitentiary.
Penitentiary medical facility, intensive treatment, which sounds more like a penitentiary than the penitentiary does.
Well, that's probably the idea, right?
And then botanical gardens, which seems like a non-essential section of Arkham Asylum. Under normal circumstances, I'd be like, gardens are important.
It's
to get
not.
outdoor
It's not like that.
appreciation
No,
time.
it's not like that. This.
That's just where poison ivy
Okay,
is.
do you not understand that this is a mansion? People lived here, or lived here. Like, this island was just owned by a bunch of really rich people called the Arkhams. And they thought, oh, I'll do a nice thing and I'll build an asylum on my island. So the botanical,
see.
so if you look at this map, it's actually cordoned off. This is the non-crazies area, or at least it's supposed to be.
Right, but
Okay.
now it's obviously run down.
And now, yeah, I mean, I think someone still lives here, right?
Oh, boy. Okay.
And then this is the part of the island that we're like, well, we're not using all of the island, so let's use some of it to make some money on crazy people. Of course, the original intent was like, no, we're gonna bring them here, bring them to my beautiful island. They'll get treated, and it's wonderful. And then now, just like modern day America, it's just a bunch of slaves, essentially. So.
Yes, the whole
Oh, wait, did we just go through there?
Constitution still allows slavery. I can't believe that I've never officially read that line before. Pretty crazy. For those of you who are interested, there's a line. When they abolished slavery, they abolished it only if you're not a criminal. So if you've been convicted,
If you've been convicted of a crime.
you are a slave to America according to the Constitution, which is basically like, you know, like.
And now you understand why people have a problem that Wells Fargo owns a bunch of prisons.
Yes.
But anyways, let's not get into that because that's not fun to talk about.
It's not. You know what is fun to talk about? Blue skeletons beating up a Batmobile. That's what I'm assuming.
Hey,
is
guys.
happening. I wonder if they actually managed to beat it up. I'm trying to look to see if he's broke any windows.
Oh, I doubt it. I mean, the Batmobile is designed that
It does look like it has broken windows.
I could maybe see the windows being broken, but I guess looks like it might have done some damage
Yeah,
to it.
right?
Yeah.
Wow, how fucking dare you guys? If anything, these guys are the worst. Killing people? Psh, not a problem. You took a crowbar to the Batmobile? What are you, a Satanist? I don't know about that
That was a little awkward. That's okay.
That was a little weird.
There's a
Protect
supply
the
of explosive
Batmobile.
gel in the trunk of the Batmobile.
Yeah, it looks like it's a little beat up.
I may need it.
Really, the Batmobile is like that fragile that just a bunch of dudes just whacking it for a little bit's gonna break it?
I mean, to be fair, we don't know how long they were whacking it for.
I mean, I guess that's true,
Harley
but
trashed the car.
Harley trashed the car. It looks like
Need
there was
to
a
search
scuffle.
The area around the Batmobile.
I see. That's
could be a
supposed to be the
clue as to
point.
where
Maybe we
she
should be paying attention more to the narrative.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, I
probably
know
right.
it's here, dumbass.
Detect
I just gotta put my spray on this.
your spray.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you were in heat.
No, I got an explosive gel spray.
Oh, the one that you draw a bat. I remember watching you use this. When you played the game and I glanced at it.
Oh, it's just a Riddler trophy. Never mind. I thought it would be more exciting.
Let me remind everyone that it is their civic duty to exterminate this bird.
Scan it.
We can't have it mixed.
I like how I know it's a video game thing, but like basically every video game with this type of stuff has like a detective vision, like Eagle Vision and Assassin's Creed, and
left me a trail to follow.
where they always do tobacco
I found a
ID
pipe.
Wild
It has your
Country.
father's initials
That sounds like
It was a birthday gift I
a
gave him last
great
year.
tobacco.
There's no way he'd
Well,
believe it.
what you smoking over there? Just
He's
some
left me a
wild
trail to
country.
follow. He's alive, Barbara.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Security
I mean, same
doors
thing goes
are
with like
locked.
weed strains. People do
I'm
the same
going to
thing.
have to find another way
They're like,
around
oh,
to get back
what you
onto
smoking
the
over there?
trail.
Oh yeah, you know, buddy. You know, look at that lamb's breath.
Are people?
Lamb's bread.
I-
Not breath.
Okay, whatever that means. Lamb's bread.
That's Spencer Crittenden's preferred weed, I believe.
Huh. I have never heard of it. Is there really that very many different types of tobacco though?
Yeah.
Also, this is probably a good place to.
Oh yeah. Next
stop
time
the
we'll
episode.
talk about tobacco.
Yeah, next time we're
no
gonna
smoking,
talk about.
kids.
Yeah, remember, 21 or over, unless you're not in California, and then it's 18. Unless you're not in America, and then I don't know what it is. Depends on where you are. Research before smoking.
Don't smoke.
Don't.
Probably.
Nah, just don't smoke. Just don't do it.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.